Hey, long time no see, really. I haven't really done a proper, vloggy thing, because of reasons. I sort of stopped. But I was thinking, because I've been meaning to actually do this for a little while now, do a little tour of my current altar setup, because it's a bit different from the average one, and I think I've done one before, maybe? Very vaguely. But I've changed a lot since then, and my path's changed quite a bit. So I thought I would do that. So I'm just going to turn this camera around. And we are actually recording, which is nice. I had this sudden moment of fear that we aren't. Okay, so that is my altar in its entirety. So now, when I last sort of made a pagan themed sort of vlog, I was very much still Wiccan. But I would say my path has greatly changed since then. As in, I've recently discovered the practice, oh dear, just moved my incense box out of the way, of Pop Culture Paganism, which I'll try and find some links and put it in the description. And the battery's running low, so hopefully we'll be able to survive. But, okay, so Pop Culture Paganism is the use of pop culture characters to represent spirits or entities, sometimes deities, depending on the character themselves. And mine is, I like working with duality and balance and things like that. So I am currently working with the two scientists from Pacific Rim, Hermann and Newton, because they balance and that. I've also done a little bit with Tendo and a tiny weeny bit with Mako and Riley, because the balance aspect of drift partners works really well with how I believe my practice works. So on top of this all, so on the wall behind the altar, I have it split down the middle. So over this side is Herman's side. So we have a picture of him, an owl, which I think represents him. It's, to be honest, I got the idea after a fan fiction, but yeah. Then sort of in the middle we have two spells that I've got working. So I'll just skip over that. So over this side are things to represent Newton. We've already been going 3 minutes, good God. Okay, and so elements and a ferret, because animals that represent Newton. So we're going to go back over to Herman's side. So we got so I've got two mats in which I place offerings and candles and things relating when I want to just work with one side. Most things, normally if we're working with both sides, it goes in the middle, but otherwise it's just like that. So over Herman's side we have this little to represent that he lived in London for a long while. Things to represent Sudoku, sort of the maths-based stuff. The light bulb's a new addition. I lit it. It's broken, but I thought it looked very nice to represent Herman. These magnetic ball things, which again, Herman's side is simplicity basically. It's candle and I think it's an old Bailey's bottle which I found in the woods basically. Jaeger badges from the 4 different Jaegers in the movie, because he worked on them. And then we have in the middle, we have a Rubik's Cube. I've got some gems charging up and some leftover snail shells from the spell that's up on the wall. And then moving very quickly on to Newton's side. Starbucks, because coffee and hyperactive scientists. Dragons and dinosaurs, because of the kaiju thing and stuff like that. Starbucks coffee cups for the same reason as the Starbucks mat. Little Space Invader Little Space Invader, there's a stress ball really. That's there. I've got black salt just sort of on my altar because I haven't really got much else where to put it. The dragon because I link Newton with fire. The dinosaur again because of the kite in the movie verse. The dinosaurs were the original kaiju. So yeah, I actually need to get a few more stuff for Hermann, because if you look at the whole thing, Newton's side has a lot more levels and height to it. Hermann's is quite low down. The light bulbs helped a bit, but it's still very flat. So yeah, that's just things. Yeah, so I've been actually wanting to do this for a little while because I'm the only person I know who actually works with Pacific Rim on a pop culture deity basis. Like, most commonly it's stuff like I've seen Harry Potter, Pop Culture Pagans, Lord of the Rings, supernatural things that naturally link in with sort of pagan practices. But this one actually really called out to me because of the duality of drift compatibility and things like that. So yeah, again, the 2 bits of agate here, because Newton's fire, Hermann's water, so they balance out, so they balance each other out. So yeah, that is my pop culture. See if I can zoom it back, I might be able to get a good thing for it. So that's my pop culture pagan altar. Thanks for watching.